Hi, I'm Alison, and welcome to Mind Your Own Boudoir, or really Boudoir by Redbow. So, I own and run a company called Boudoir by Redbow, which is a photography company which offers a service to ladies who want to come and build their confidence and experience a pamper day really with us. There's varying reasons why ladies come to us, but I thought just as a first video that I would tell you a little bit about my story and how I got into boudoir photography. So, many years ago when I was a child, my father bought me a camera, a little Polaroid camera, and I just love it. I fell in love with photography. And jumping years forward after a career in a bank and something that wasn't creative at all, I discovered photography again and I bought myself a camera. Well, actually, my husband bought me the camera for Christmas and it just went from there. I started photographing my children, my friends' kids as they were growing up and babies, and then someone asked me to do a wedding. So I did their wedding, very nervous. I did a bit of research just to find out, because that's typical of me. I have to have a certificate to make sure that I'm approving myself more than anything. And who feels like that actually? Drop that in the comments, because that's quite interesting. Do you need a certificate to approve yourself? Because we all suffer from varying degrees of imposter syndrome. So long story short, I did the wedding. I really loved it. So I thought, you know what, actually, I could do this just as a new career option while my kids are growing up. And that's basically what I did. So for about 3 or 4 years, I did wedding photography. But then something happened. 2010, unfortunately, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So that in itself, is another story, and maybe I'll tell you about that another day. But just prior, I was still committed to some weddings just before I was going into treatment, which I wanted to honour. And one of the brides there just asked me if I would do a boudoir shoot for her as a gift for a partner or a husband-to-be. Now, I'd never done anything like that before, but I thought, this sounds fun. So I did a bit of research and looked into boudoir, and I thought, yeah, this is absolutely great. So literally, I had a cabin in my garden. I set up a black backdrop, some lights, a chair. We had some voile. She brought her own lingerie, and we had a great time. And we did a shoot for a very basic boudoir shoot, but she loved the experience, absolutely got a real buzz out of it, and he absolutely loved the photos on the day, and he couldn't stop going on about it because I was actually their wedding photographer obviously as well. Then I went through treatment, which was about a couple of years. So that in itself brought on, I went through chemo, so I had a bald head. I had a mastectomy of my right breast, which consequently meant I had no boob for 2 years. And then the steroids and the treatment, and it was just awful. I felt I had no eyebrows, no lashes, nothing. And you just are so wrong. You look grey as well. It's just an awful experience. The treatment is just awful, but having said that, thankfully, I'm now on the other side of it and, 15 years on. So touch wood, thank you very much to the people that looked after me. So once I came back from that, I thought, right, I do want to go back into I loved my photography, but I just didn't want to do weddings anymore. It just didn't sit with me. It was very pressurized and it just wasn't my thing. So I thought, right, do you know what? I'm going to research this boudoir genre of photography a lot more. And that's what I did. So I just absolutely threw myself into it for the first year. I just researched, I studied, I went on courses. I got model calls, so ladies come in and modelled for me. And it was just a wonderful thing. We had a lot of fun, and even the ladies that were modelling just to support me to get going and build a portfolio were actually getting a real buzz out of it as well. And I was getting a buzz out of it because it was giving me something new, something to focus on after my illness, and I wanted to give back in a way, because I felt so obviously relieved that I was still alive and I'd survived this hideous disease. So having said that, I moved on, and then I got a studio back 15 years ago, and we built the studio up, and I'm going to tell you more about that in other videos. So if you've enjoyed this little speech about my start into boudoir, and you would like to follow us and find out more about boudoir, then please subscribe. Okay, I'm going to drop some information down below about our Instagram page that you could follow, our Facebook page, and our private group, which is for ladies only, if you'd like to follow that, and our website, just more information about boudoir generally. And then hopefully if you want to contribute to any of the videos that we do in the future, then please let me know and drop some comments down, and hopefully I'll see you in some future videos. Thank you, and thanks for watching.